After our game on Wednesday night, I told our team it was the best that we had played this year, and the Rutgers game was really good as well. But what we did Wednesday was outstanding, and our first half tonight was even better than the way we played Wednesday. So we have combined three halves of really good basketball. With that being said, Duquesne's press and Duquesne's athleticism really affected us in the second half. And so we weren't able to finish around the rim. We weren't able to get as good a shots. And then more importantly, they really finished around the rim. So obviously we've got some room to grow. Part of it is attacking press. And part of it is simply learning how to score against this level of athleticism.
Was there a point in that second half where you tried to make, or you gathered your team and tried to make that adjustment when you saw that Duquesne was starting that push?
Yeah, which adjustment?
I'm just trying maybe the zone that was working looked like in the first half, but then Duquesne started to adjust in that second half.
We played a lot of man. We actually played both defenses in the first half. We did end up having to go to the zone at the end because they had a really small lineup out there. They had a bunch of scorers. So, I didn't use the timeout for a long time because I was waiting on that media timeout. They did take the lead with 4 minutes left, and so we used it. So that's probably the closest answer to what you're asking.
Coach, Todd Perry had a really good first half offensively. What went into the decision to have him on the bench for the majority of the second half after he came in so hot in the first half?
He really did a good job. As I mentioned, the press has really been hard for some of our freshmen. And so sometimes when the other team is pressing, it kind of limits your options. But Tyrone did a terrific job in the first half.
Aside from that press, Duquesne has been doing this all conference season, is coming back from those deficits. What do you see that they do so well that enables them to adjust?
Yeah, it's something that really shows up on film, how many times they've come back from being down 20, being down 22 to win. They've been really consistent with it. I do think a lot of it has to do with their level of athleticism and the fact that they have been pressing all year. They didn't press us in the first half, so they've been much more aggressive all year, and then the first half they didn't press us as much, but they turned it on in the second half.
But to go back to that first half where you guys saw success, and success that I feel like you didn't see as much in that first game against Duquesne, what was the game plan coming in, and how did it change from how you saw Duquesne back in Pittsburgh?
Yeah, and our guys did compete really well in Pittsburgh when we played Duquesne. I don't know what the final was, but we were down 3, with under a minute. So I know that we played well. The thing that happened in the first half, a lot of guys contributed. So, the fact that Ty Perry came in and played so well today, Yvonne made an impact. We had a lot of guys that really affected the game.
Despite the final result after that UMass game this first half, do you feel like there's something that's been switched on for your team moving forward?
Well, that was one thing I mentioned to the team after the game, is that we've played our best 3 halves of basketball here in our last 2 games. And a lot of it, I think, has to do with what Chuba's bringing to the table. So Chuba's playing a lot of minutes, and he really has changed our team.
And with that said, those three very good quarters, halves of basketball, now you come in and you're running into Davidson. Is that something that is more of a positive? You think that it falls at a good time, or is that something you wish you'd encountered?
I haven't thought, none of us have thought yet about Davidson. We certainly did compete really well today. We did a lot of things that we've been striving for all year. However, one of our Achilles heels, meaning the press, really affected the outcome of this game. So that's what we're thinking.